Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome aboard the Harstem stream. So today we have the KungfuCup 6. I'm a little bit... No, KungfuCup 6. We have the KungfuCup, period. And we're going to be having a look at a bunch of games. Hopefully, at least. I sadly won't be able to sit it all the way to the finals, probably. But maybe if everyone's a little bit quick, it might be possible. For now, though, we're going to be following Maxpax, I think, initially. Maybe Beyond versus Dark is also exciting. Like, there's a lot of options here that I have. Could either... Hey, what's up, Mitel? Fun games with Verzi Laser. Thank you, Oyo. Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, we basically have two options here. We can either go for Maxpax versus Oliveira, or we can go for Beyond versus Dark. Whichever one it is that you guys prefer, it is something that we can do. Definitely. You aren't playing today? No, I had an engagement that I had set before I realized there was going to be KungfuCup at that time. So I had to play some stuff for Pig, for this Pig Fest, I think is what it's called, or the Pig Daily or whatever. The Pigsty Carnival. So, yeah, we'll have to take a look. Will it be uploaded on your YouTube? I might upload one part of it, yeah. Toss, please? Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Yeah, I told Maxi already as well that we're going to just be following him around. Going to be following him around. So for the people not familiar with the KungfuCup, KungfuCup is the tournament hosted by the same guys that run WTL, that ran the recent Masters Coliseum 6, which in my opinion was one of the best online tournaments we've had in a very long time. This is the current bracket. So as you can see, Cure Special still playing their round of 32. I'll refresh. Yep, still the case. Solar Creator is going on. Dark versus Nightmare. Winner of that will play against Beyond in the quarters. Maxpax versus Oliveira. Also an exciting one. Very exciting indeed. And then you have your Trigger beating Hero. That's a pretty decently sized upset here. So Trigger's going to be in the quarters already. It's going to be waiting, I assume, for CLEM. Wow, look at that. Gerald taking out Classic. Talking about upsets. That is actually a pretty big upset. Who did Gerald play before? Now, one cool thing about this tournament is that they never seed it. So if you're like, wait, some of these matches seem really weird for a first round, it is because they are pretty weird for a first round. None of these matches are seeded. So you had Gumiho versus DRG in the first round. And then at the same time, you'll have like... is there actually any bad matches here? Not really. I guess Hydra versus this dude. It's like not a very high level match. It's so funny. God, I freaking love them. So yeah, we're kind of latching on to Maxpax for now. At least that's what I'm planning on doing. If you guys are okay with it. Why are my earphones running out of battery? I don't know. I'm not part of your earphones company. Hero hasn't been the good in these past months. No, Hero's been in shape, I think. Hero has been in shape. It's always good to look at people's Aligalak whenever you're not sure if they've been in shape. So here, this is the graph that Hero is on, and then we can zoom in on 2013. Took a little bit of 2022 as well. But you see, it's fairly stable. If anything, a bit of a bump here. Bit of a bump in the past since maybe mid-August, something like that. It's been going a bit higher up. It's rank 5 currently in the world, 3 in South Korea. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that he's not doing too hot. I would not say that at all. But, of course, you're allowed to your own opinion. Just got here and thought he was playing the campaign today. Got excited. Why would I be playing the campaign? Where did you get the news that I would be playing the campaign? Actually, I'm planning... And when I say planning, I'm considering playing the reverse campaign, actually. People have been telling me all about it and how good it is, and that is really freaking fun. So I was considering it. Can we watch Solar versus Creator? That's a banger. Solar versus Creator will be significantly worse than Maxpax versus Oliveira, which, by the way, has now been confirmed. I just saw it happen on my screen. Oliveira moves on to the next round after 2-0ing DRG. Playing campaign is the most boring thing in the world? Really? That's a wild statement. Dum, 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 dum. Who are your top 5 players to watch? Do you mean the people that give me the most entertainment when I watch them? Or are you talking about the top 5 players to watch in the next 2 years? Number 5. You know, that type of thing. Because those differ, obviously. I mean, the top 5 players to watch. As in the most entertaining. I think CLEM tends to be super entertaining. Dark tends to have very fun games. Maxpax, I think, aggressive, fun games. Beyond is always interesting. Almost always interesting. Sometimes in TVZ, not so much. Then we just need to fill in one more. Who should I go for? Who should I? Special. I like watching Special. People sleep on Special too much. This guy's a genius. Just say Lambo. I don't think Lambo is one of my favorite people to watch. Yeah, I like Lambo, but he's too clean, you know? He works with the systems. It's not as enjoyable as people that don't have any real thought process. It's much more fun to watch. Hero is also fun to watch. You'll not watch Special today anymore in this tournament. Did he die? Huh. That sucks. I really like watching Special play. It's always fun. Hey, what's up, Jess for Press? Who would you fight? 100 Zergling-sized Ultralisks or 1 Ultralisk-sized Zergling? I think I'm dead either way, honestly. Zerglings are relatively large. I think people underestimate that. So if you have 100... It's basically like 100 dogs attacking you. Like, you'll just die. And an Ultralisk is too big. This is like... Yeah, it's just over. So it doesn't really matter. If you have 100 dogs chasing you, you'll die 100%. Like, there's no shot you're beating that. And with an Ultralisk, I'm not sure. Hallo vriend, alles lekker? Yeah, sure. Show us your cat. I don't have a cat. You can take on 100 chihuahuas? It depends how crazy they are, you know? I think you can probably take out dogs if they're not expecting it, but... Otherwise, it's gonna be so hard. Like, if they're... You know what? Depends on their mindset a bit, I think. In my mind, at least. Got my alpha invitation for Stormgate. Will you also be joining? And will you stream/make content about it? Well... I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to stream or make content based on your alpha. But yeah, I've been in the alpha for a while as well, and I've played a fair amount. So I'm sure we'll meet each other at some point. Maxpax is still busy setting up, I guess, versus Oliveira. But they're in a party. Wait, what party are they in? They're with... Need to change my social settings. Invite the party. Please. There's Oliveira. Dum 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 bum 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 bum. There we go. Get our little invite. Okay, so first match we'll be covering will be Maxpax versus Oliveira. Best of 3. Current map pool, current patch. All of that good jazz. Oh, they're still vetoing as well. Veto's Royal Blood. I'm also real curious what people veto. New Humanity. First map, Dragon Skills. That's a 3 or 4 gate map, if I've ever seen one. Be surprised if Maxpax plays anything but a 4 gate on that map. Honest to God. This guy has a 1-track mind. And it's on a 4 gate. That's what it's focused on. My phone died last night, so it didn't wake me up with the alarm, which is a pretty low tier move by my phone. Not gonna lie about that. If I buy a super sticker, do you get money or just a sticker? That I have no clue. How am I supposed to know these things? Will you be in Atlanta for DreamHack this year? Yeah, I think so. I can't imagine not being there. Sounds like an unlikely story to me, my dear friend. Oh, I have the wrong overlay. Oh, I'll fix that for the next game, my bad. Right, I did some build constructing this morning. I forgot about that. Ah, that's kind of stupid. My bad, my bad, my bad. Do not disturb mode. Let me just open up the chat as well so I can read what you guys have to say during all of this. It's so weird that YouTube has this difference between live chat and top chat, and that I don't see half of your chat because I don't set it up properly. Maxpax is the beast. Indeed it is. Alright. Double gas opener here coming out of Oliveira. This is yeah, this looks terrible. I'm sorry. My apologies. How would they even know what should be in top chat? Yeah, I have no clue. It's probably people that aren't complete idiots. It's like maybe a ranking system. Double gas opener here coming out of Ollie. Gate plus cybernetic score. For Maxpax 21 pylon. Pretty big mining effort there. He's probably setting up for a Twilight Council in this area. Or right over here. These are the two most common things that he does. There's really not that many other things he can do anyway. Wait, what? Stargate? No, he just forgot. Lol. Nope. Nope. He's gonna hide this worker for a bit. Probably wants to come back in, see if there's a CC on the low ground or not. Factory going up behind all of this. Reactor into factory. There's no Reaper wall, that's important. This is a very nice scout for Max. Sees the CC, sees the reactor. Actually a lot of information for him. Went for a Stargate here though. I hadn't quite expected that, but I guess it is against the double gas. So against the double gas it does make sense. I kind of forgot about the fact that we are playing double gas. We have to wait whether as to what this is actually going to be and how Oliveira is going to just respond to everything here. Double batteries coming up. How's Oliveira been performing after his crazy run at Katowice? Fairly mediocre. Like the 3 weeks after he played well and then he didn't. It felt like he was super confident for a bit and he was playing fantastic StarCraft. And then it felt like he just disappeared from the face of the earth. Like he took like a holiday or something for 3 months. Could be wrong. Alright. Double gas is now being taken in the natural. We don't quite have a robotics facility yet, which surprises me in a way. The third Phoenix should start soon. Lots of chrono boost on those Phoenixes. And here comes the medevac, making its way across the map. Gonna have to wait and see what it actually is gonna be doing here. Did get spotted by Max. Probably should be moving back home. Try and deal with that marine threat. Stalker being rallied towards the natural now. There is a battery available in both bases, so this doesn't actually look very powerful yet. As Maxpax now is going for a backstab with those Phoenixes. This is a move that seems to carry a lot of risk, but in reality I think he will be fine because he has those batteries in every single base. All he needs to be careful of right now is not dying against the follow-up push, which actually does look like it has some potential. We have a tank being rallied across the map. We have another mine there as well. Cyclones being built behind this, as well as a Liberator. Now a barracks does go down. This is a significant investment here coming out of Oliveira into this push. He's down 11 workers, has garbage level infrastructure. That means that if he doesn't deal significant damage with this push, he might just end up losing the game right here. Maxpax is eyeing that third base. I don't think he can quite get it. Battery will need to be cancelled as well, as he's moving into a pretty masterful supply block here. He's gonna lose one more worker, needs to pick something up from the back. There we go. Cyclone is a huge pickoff here. Oliveira falling asleep at the wheel just a little bit. Maxpax moves in forward, starts fighting these Marines. Now comes in from the side. Here come the mine shots. That's one Stalker going down. As the tank gets blasted, so will the Immortal fall down. The Phoenix count is at such a marvelous spot right now that I think you can pretty much pick off any reinforcement unit that makes its way across the map. That's exactly what Max is planning on doing here. He has enough units at home to survive. I actually think these Phoenixes should straight fly across the map and just start going ham here on the worker count. Worker count is already in favor of Max. The eco looks fine for him. If you're playing Phoenix Colossus, you can be down a little bit. And he is down a little bit. That's okay. I think he should have probably committed a bit quicker here into a mineral line. Not as fond of how this ended up working out for him. So now this Liberator is trying to set up. He's targeted down 3 workers. Now we'll kill 1 Stalker. I don't think there was any target fire there anymore in the end. So the third base finally gets thrown down 6 minutes and 17 seconds into the game. Take a look at that army though that Oliveira is working with. This is hardly anything. It is 11 Marines fighting against a single Colossus and 7 Phoenixes. There's so much harassment potential here that there's really only 2 options that Oliveira has right now. Option 1 is he's gonna camp on 3 base till the end of time until it's like 160 supply. That's option 1. And option 2 is he can go for an all-in with SCVs. You can't go for your standard move-out timing with 2 medevacs. It is simply not possible. This mine is still alive, which is kind of silly in my opinion. That shouldn't be the case. This is an extremely risky move. It is so risky that I would almost call it idiotic. If this gets spotted, it's game over. If this gets spotted, it's game over. Right now, Maxpax sees that a lot of units are not here. Maxpax should realize that something weird is going on. Kills 4 SCVs, start running back home with those Phoenixes. And I think Maxpax knows what's up. He knows something is terribly wrong right now. This Colossus is coming in with, well, like a semi-flank or something. He's gonna be kind of out of position. I can't believe this move is potentially working out here. This is just pure Marine. That means that a single Colossus is going to do so well. Second Colossus now shows up. 1 Colossus will end up dying, but both those medevacs go down. This was an absolutely insane play. This honestly went as well as it ever could have gone. And yet it still was pretty terrible. Like this was the best thing that ever could have happened for Oliveira. And it was bad. I mean, he kills a Colossus, which is nice, but he loses 2 medevacs, which is super painful. The Phoenix count is going to continue growing. There's as many Phoenixes right now as there are Marines. That's not a very good sign. We have another drop being sent out, this time with mines. I appreciate this one. I love this one. We have an armory on the way as well. So I think he's going to wait a little bit with sending this in until that armory ends up finishing up. Oi, oi, oi. 8 Phoenixes, 2 Colossus, charge on the way, extra gateways. I mean, this is such an issue right now. This is such an issue. I think he can turn around and start fighting this. There's just not enough Marines, right? Doesn't believe so. Let's take a look. Is Maxpax going to be quick enough? Does he see the drop at the third base? He's not paying attention. He's going to lose a lot of workers here. That's going to be 10, 12 workers. No, it's 3. It's 5. Builds a cannon in his natural. Nice control. I think this will die, actually, before it gets to shoot again. Mine takes 29 seconds to recharge. Cannon takes 29 seconds. So the one in the natural will be in time. The one over at the third base will be quite a bit too late. There's 11 mines in total on the map right now. Oliveira finding himself some room to start marching across. There's no battery in this defense, which could be an issue. Might be an issue. That is a very big mine hit there. Is going to connect with that observer. Sucking hard for Maxpax. Here come the Phoenixes. Picking up Marauders. That was nice there. The ending, at least. That's, yeah, that observer dying is kind of painful, but everything else was fine, I think. So here comes the split. Is there an observer? Yeah, it's almost done right now. 103 supply against 113. Worker count 55 to 60. But we're now in a situation that if 2-2 ever finishes up, I think that Oliveira is looking at a pretty okay spot. I can put this thing up. I'm sorry, the overlay that I'm using right now is incorrect. I forgot that I need to switch overlays quite a bit during the day, and I forgot to switch it back before the first game. So my apologies for that, but it will be fixed in the next game. So then it will be all nice and clear as to what is kicking off over here. So for now, this is... Yeah, Oliveira plays so freaking risky, man. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy the way that he plays. It's gonna lose these drops. Maxpax sends it. That is also a pretty crazy play. Mine almost gets a hit in. Observer not quite quick enough. This is a huge base trade move. I don't think Max is ready for this quite yet. 117 supply versus 130. You now get a recall in. Ooh, these mines. Burrow on burrow. One mine does get lifted. This is a hold, I think. This is a hold. Wow. That was a very calm way of dealing with it. That was a very calm way indeed. But now +2 is done for our Terran player. Maxpax on 7 gates, no fourth. Maxpax on +1. No +2 on the way. No second forge on the way. Still on 4 gas only. He's looking very weak in this game right now. It's kind of eyeing a fight in the next, well, kind of minus 15 seconds. The longer his opponent stays alive and the longer these upgrades are gonna, you know, be in play, the better it's going to get here for Oliveira. So I think that Maxpax is already hitting too late over here. He's gonna try to kill this third base as he loses his own fourth. Usually a third for a fourth is an okay trade, but I don't think he's only going to be losing the fourth, as the base trade army that Oliveira had sent out is now moving towards the third base as well. There's no recall available, don't forget. So that bad boy is also going to end up dying at the same time. Big Phoenix lived here on the other side. Zealots in the main base dishing out a lot of damage too. This is looking bad for Maxpax, but he has a lot of cash in the bank. Still down 3 upgrades, and that might just be a little bit too much. Do have big warpins over here. Maxpax perhaps making it happen. There's no ghost out quite yet. 3 Archons are going to be very strong. Colossus now could be targeted down. Can we get some lifts on those Marauders with the Phoenixes? I think the answer for now is not really, as Maxpax isn't really trying for that at all. 82 supply to 94, but this Colossus is gonna fall. And that is a big pain. 36 workers to 34. More Zealots in the main base. I think Oliveira might have just stabilized here. It's going to be up a base, up in workers, and up 3 upgrades as well. There's no Colossus out, so Marines are going to be quite powerful. The Ghost Academy has finished, so a single Ghost is going to definitely change the incoming fight. This send across the map is a little bit wild. Unless it was just meant to try and catch that Prism, then I don't mind it. Because now the 2 Archons plus the 3 Zealots are moving in. Could potentially get 1 or 2 Marauder kills here for free. This army is in an awkward position defensively for Oliveira. Look at that. Maxpax is really squeezing water out of stone here. Well, Oliveira is kind of struggling here. It's gonna get a lift on that mine as well. That's the only mine. Stim gets activated. All of these medevacs are extremely low. Prism in the main base, still alive as well, gets the pickup. Not a single ghost in production. What a blunder here by our Chinese Terran player, who forgot about the best unit that Terran has, the ghost. I can't believe this. Another rally gets picked off here. And Oliveira needs to run back, but a Colossus shows up, starts attacking the wrong thing. that attacks the building here. Phoenix is in the air, Archon's on the ground. 86 applied to 84, some kiting back coming in as 2 Vikings are out. And I think the upgrades might just be a little bit too strong. Colossus target fire is phenomenal, as Maxpax's micro always is. 22 workers have gone down. Maxpax? Zealots now running forward as well. The marine count is almost non-existent. We're now in a position where it's 36 workers to 14. The third base has been re-established. We get a scan towards the other side of the map, checking to see if there's a fort. He doesn't see the fort, knows that there's a third base. Income right now is 1,200 minerals against 300. That scan was insanely expensive. That is 225 minerals. I have no clue how Maxpax currently is still in this game. But the Marines, or sorry, the Phoenixes continue their reign of terror on the other side of the map. One will go down against this mine. This is absolutely mad. This game makes no sense to me. 2-2 versus +1. More Archons on the way. Still not a single ghost has been constructed. Almost as if Oliveira has forgotten that he already has that Ghost Academy. Like, he can't just build one. He has plenty of gas in the bank. Like, 2 ghosts here pretty much still end the game at any point, because this army consists of 3 Archons. That's it. Oh no. Actual pain. Ay. Okay, now we get the ghost on the way. Zealots are trying to deal more damage. Not sure if that's the correct call. Income is very, very close. Don't forget, 3 upgrades up here is Oliveira. He has a relatively well-healed army. There's a lot of medevacs. There's a lot of energy in them. These Phoenix is still trying to get free pickoffs. Ghost on the way as well. It's gonna be 3 ghosts, and that means I don't actually think there's anything that Maxpax can do against the ghost. I don't actually think there's anything at all that he can do against ghost. Here comes Max. Like, he needs to dodge EMPs, but the EMP radius is so large. Like, unless Oliveira accidentally EMPs his own ghost, I don't really see a way for him to lose this fight. There are a lot of Marines, which means that the Colossus are still going to be okay. The army count is growing quite a bit bigger as well. Salad Rumba is being sent in. It's almost going to force Oliveira's hand here, as I forget how observing works. These Phoenixes have been insane. Look at that. Phoenix with 8 kills, 12 kills, 4 kills. That's a lot of kills on Phoenixes there, lads. That's a lot of kills on Phoenixes. I don't think Max is quite aware of the fact that there's ghosts. Now he sees them. That probably wants... Yeah, he just warped in 2 more Templar. I don't think he would have done that had he known that there were ghosts. He's like, uh-oh, you have ghosts. That's bad news for me. As another 3 Zealot Rumbai gets sent in. This bad boy once again is going to enter as well. Pre-split the army. What were these EMPs? What? Hits 2 of the Archons, just barely. Is there 1 EMP still remaining? Perhaps. Good control back here by Maxpax. Yeah, the upgrades are just a little bit too good. Upgrades a little bit too powerful, as the Marauders are now stimming in forward. 16 SCVs it was versus 37 probes. But Maxpax, with the upgrade deficit, is not quite gonna be capable of making this work. Gets taken out here by Oliveira in game number 1. After a pretty decent start for Max, I should say as well. Oliveira felt very dead. Made an almost impossible comeback here. Ay. It's very frustrating to watch Max die like that, honestly. Not a fan of it. Now the next map is going to be on West. I think every map is actually played on West. Yeah, overlay has already been changed. I did it in the last game. I can check for you. But yeah, I did in the last game, so then it works for the next game. You can do it during the game, but you can apply to the next one. Do you know any pros that play without camera hotkeys? No, that doesn't exist. It's like asking if you know any professional football players that play without shoes. I don't think that exists either. I wonder if shoes are mandatory in football. I bet they are. Can you lower the camera? I want to see more of you. Yeah, sure. There you go, buddy. Lowered. Just like that. Isn't it lovely? King Cobra uses them. King Cobra is not a professional player, is he? I don't know if he is. I don't know any top 50 player that uses them. Let's put it like this. I don't think Mio Maika uses camera hotkeys. Really? I'll have to ask him. I feel like he does. It'd be very weird not to. It's so bad not to. Missed every EMP, still won while being down in supply. Yeah. Well, he hit the EMPs on 2 of the 5 Archons. Just think they could have been better, but upgrades are too big in that case. If you have 2-2 and 8 medevacts, TOS can't be on +1 anymore. It's not possible. Why did I say 0-0? Because I'm too lazy to update the score. I've updated it for you, buddy. There you go. Oh, you can actually click it. I wasn't even aware of that. I feel like Max has been overproducing Archons against Terran lately. I don't like making generalizing statement like this. Often people, like in the last game, I think building Archons for as long as he did was literally the only solution that he had. And then he got pretty lucky that Oliveira forgot to build Ghost for like 5 minutes. Because if he had built Ghost, the game should have ended earlier. Like, I don't think there's anything else he can do there. He can't transition into Disruptors without having any type of meat in the army. And he doesn't have money for anything else. So I think Archons are... Because you still have good gas mining. So Archons are the only thing that really you can play, I think, in that case. Like, it's either an Archon or a Zealot, you know? Then you'd rather still have an Archon. Why didn't he use Storm? Storm is just not so good against Terran. Marauders have a lot of HP. EMP destroys basically Templar. So I think honestly in that last game, the way that he played was like the way he played the last 6-7 minutes of the game were pretty much perfect. He was just in such a bad spot because of I think some of the earlier movement, which seemed to me incorrect. I think I was a bit too eager to win the game rather than just getting into a stable macro game, as we see him now transitioning here into the Twilight Council. Starport is on the way. Thank you, Jonathan Kessler, for the $10. Much appreciated. Let's have a look at this game. Let's just have a look at the way that Maxpax likes to play this, okay? How does our man like to play this? This is single Hellion into Tech Lab straight away. This could be for a Raven Rush, by the way. Something we don't actually see very often. The Liberator. Tank? I've seen a lot of god-awful builders in my life, but this one takes the cake. Jesus Christ. Who put the idea in Oliveira's head that this was a good build? So I don't have a talk with that guy. What in the ever-living crap is this? This is garbage. Like, it is not garbage in a vacuum, but it's garbage with the context, knowing that Maxpax plays 3 or 4 gate blink almost every single game on this particular map. So unless... Okay, nice. Liberator got scouted as well. I think this might be a defensive tank rush. In that case, I actually kind of like it. I was afraid he was going to move out across the map, But now, I don't mind it. Because he's gonna have like 3 tanks ready by the time his opponent arrives. Look at this. This is actually quite cute. Okay, I take back calling this garbage. This is actually a proper blind counter, I think. I was afraid he was gonna push across the map, but leaving, I think he needs to leave the Liberator in the dead space. Just leave the Lib in the dead space. Don't do anything with it. Or fly to another dead space. That's also viable. Force your opponent to leave some Stalkers at home. Look how many tanks this guy is gonna have. Stim is on the way already. Now, I've seen Terrans die in this exact situation anyway. I'm not quite sure what this Lib is doing, but that Lib is dead. Means these Stalkers can now move across the map. Huge moves here for Maxpax. The SCV is gonna get taken out. There's 10 Stalkers in total. Maxpax going for a fast third base. This is a 4-gate, but it's a harassment-based 4-gate. Tank going up in the main. It's gonna be in position to deal with this harass. It's one more shot viable. Picks up and pisses off. Don't forget this is on west. There's a lot of ping here for Maxpax. Right now my ping is about 165. Maxpax has a worse connection than I do. So it's going to be at 180, 190. Some people are at 200. That's just the way that it is. Stim combat shield on the way, +1 as well. There's going to be 3 tanks in the upcoming... 4 tanks in the upcoming push. Pure marine push. Bunker's going to get salvaged. And these 4 gateways are now being added in, as well as a robo bay. Is he planning on taking a fort? No, just a pylon. I've seen Maxpax really rush into that fort type of fort base, which is always kind of wild. It's nice vision. Look at this vision. It's the circle of vision, and it moves us all. Sees almost everything. There's like a little bit of a blind spot in this general area. Oh no, actually, he has an observer right above that CC. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I didn't even realize that. He has real nice vision here. How many Stalkers there are? 14? It's gonna be hard for Oliveira to try and move out. Gets a scan on the other side of the map. Sees no extra gases. So it's not going to be in a massive hurry here. Fort base goes down as well behind this. This is something Maxpax loves to do. A lot of Protoss players don't want to build a fort base until they know they're safe. Maxpax builds a fort anyway. He doesn't really care about the rules. So let's now move in as well. There's a tank here. Are we gonna see a warp in? It is possible. It is definitely possible. Some good micro here. Force-fueled Guardian Shield. Ooh! The target fire on those sentries was cute. Real cute. Turret over here is gonna probably kill that prism. Super battery needs to be activated right now. Where is that super battery, Max? Does not have the energy available. What a blunder. A massive blunder here coming out of Maxpax. And I had not expected this series to go 0-2 in favor of Oliveira, but it is almost starting to look that way here as these Zealots try to come in for a flank. Now, all that being said though, fort base is up, +1 has finished as well. Let's keep it real here for a little bit, guys. Let's keep it real, okay? First Colossus is out, second Colossus is on the way. The problem that I really have is there's no sentries, no nothing. What are these Zealots doing? Just they're going on a... They're going on tours, like they're on the neighborhood. They're checking out some local museums. They're like, this bottom left looks nice. And purple flowers. Don't have these at home. Smoking some of that foreign stuff, you know. Not quite sure what these plants are, but they put it in the cigarettes. Boy, do they feel good now. Look at that army. Like, yeah, charge in. Charging in, buddy. Fort base is up, 64 workers to 50. Max in a position now where he's gonna take map control. The Tour de Grass van. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they were doing here. Prism, you know there's a turret here, dude. If you fly in the turret, I am going to end it. Okay, there we go. Doesn't fly in the turret. 7 Zealots in the main. Run by setup for the natural. Run by setup for the third. Main army in front. Maxpax is a magician. They call him the wizard. They call him the wizard. And the wizard does not miss with his spells, my friends. Oi, 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 oi. Big hits over here. These Marauders trying to get the connections they want. But they ain't getting them. Zealot's still alive in the main business. The Prism has been taken out. Oliveira gets obliterated here. Maxpax making him look like a bronze player. Holy crap, that was insane. What felt like almost a full-on hard counter to the build of Maxpax turned into Maxpax just being in complete control. I'm gonna save this replay and call it Maxpax is a god. This is the proof. Like, that was a ridiculous game. Really, really ridiculous. Yeah, there's no one better in this world at playing 4-gate Blink and understanding the intricacies of the build than Maxpax. Like, it's not even close. He is so ridiculous with it. Yeah, an actual... He's goated. Can we get a shout out to the first round opponent of Wayne for signing up with the name XY, you suck? Shout out to XY, you suck. That's a good nickname, I like that. Very nice. What was ridiculous about this? It's just overpowered. Yeah, very overpowered. I can't believe you saw through the facade. You're just hyping up Maxpax. Well, in reality, if it wasn't for Protoss being so strong, this would have never worked. Maxpax attacking in 4 different locations at the same time, while Oliveira is looking at one army. But only reason that Maxpax won was because Protoss very overpowered. It's just a fact. All of you in the chat have been fooled, but one man saw through my lies. His name, Radim Tishi. God, a genius. He's seen through many conspiracies in the past, though, so do not be surprised. Do not feel bad for yourself. He's been looking into many things over the past few years. And he's found quite some things. Radim doesn't deny the existence of the moon landing. He denies the existence of the moon altogether. Don't you guys see there's just a large projection up in the sky? It was cool, but warpins are just too strong. I think some damage was definitely dealt with the Prism in the main base, but I think the sweetness of the first 6 minutes did not require the Warp Prism very much. It's just the way that Maxpax takes map control, the way that he moves his Stalkers, and just general army movement is so ridiculously good. Like, it is actually crazy how perfect it is. And it is very easy to forget how hard it is because you have full vision. But he's making the moves without having the vision that we have. Like, he needs to create his own vision. It's super difficult. Like, it really is. Do you think what allowed dinosaurs to get really big was that gravity was much weaker back then? It's something I've considered in the past, yeah. It's one of the theories that has indeed floated around in my head. I'm not gonna lie about it. He got map control and got free reign to set up everything uncontested. But you don't get map control. Like, you take it, you know? The way that Maxpax moves his units in PvT is actual art. Like, it is so good. Now, I don't think there's any other TOS that has as good an understanding of unit movement in PvT. He just almost exactly knows what to do. Like, the first 7 minutes in Blink build orders, I think he's almost perfect when it comes to unit movement. Like, he really just completely understands what he's doing. It's crazy. It really is super impressive to watch. I don't see anything Terran can do to get map control against 4-gate Blink. Not in the early game. Of course not. No, first 5 minutes are in favor of the TOS when it comes to map control. But afterwards, the way he defends the push, the way he sets everything up, I think is extremely impressive. Just all the moves work out. Like, all of them. It's now the first Zealot moves across the map. He's gonna get a couple of kills here. One Marine, maybe a second one. Yeah, he's gonna get it. Ooh. He's gonna reroute this in towards the little corner. It's the second Adept is gonna show up. I don't think he can shade in once more, though. That seems like risky business over here. It really does. Cyclone's gonna be the first unit that will be constructed. He's gonna finish this. No, he's not. Good. I think it would have been a mistake. Once again, 2-gate blink into Robo, into most likely extra gateways. Third gate. Let's see if we get a fourth as well. Yes, we do. Fourth gate also on the way here. So he has full vision. This is going to be a... Ooh, did that get scouted? I don't think it did. Cyclones are always difficult to deal with as a first unit. Needs to shade away. He's going to lose one adept here. Might even lose the second one. No, he won't. One adept goes down, but you've built a Cyclone. How great is that? One might ask. Not fantastic. Third barracks now on the way. It's very late though, isn't it? It's a very late third barracks. This stim is quick. Stim is gonna finish in 50 seconds from now. 5-0. There is a 15-second grace period here in which stim will not be done, and Maxpax is going to have enough stalkers to blink into a base. The question will be, can he deal enough damage in those 15 seconds? Can he? I don't know. I just don't know. 25 seconds left. We're gonna get a warp in, and then we get the blink in. It's gonna be 10 stalkers here. It's gonna go in towards the natural first. It's going to be the first... Ooh, the first move. There we go. Big blink forward. Snipes the first tank. That's good damage. Gets the Cyclone as well. Loses 2 stalkers very rapidly. Picks up 2 as well though. A Cyclone and a tank for 2 stalkers. Stim is about to finish up. Now Stim is not a huge thing to have if you're fighting in your natural. However, if a Protoss blinks into your main base, it is absolutely massive. Maxpax looking for that tank shot on top of his units. Wanted to blink in once more. Not enough. SCV's being pulled here. Tank still out of position. Oliveira forgetting to unsiege it and route it towards the low ground. Now he's going, but that took a little while. This has been spotted, I hope. Observer there. Yes, good scan. Very nice scan indeed. So now the main base is fairly empty. This blink is still going to be quite scary because there is a stim available. Stim gets used though, but doesn't get used. It just gets, you know, he clicks it, but that's it. Now we have the rerouting of the stalkers in towards the main base. This is a beautiful play. He's playing with his food right now, Maxpax. Oh my god. Look at this. 7 kills there just on those 4 stalkers. 42 workers to 46. Is 7 kills enough to make this a winnable game for Max? El Maximus Paximus. Is it going to be good enough? 4 more gates on the way. Forge gets thrown down. RoboBay is going to follow up rapidly behind this all as well. So the stalkers don't see an opportunity to move in towards the net one, or into the main once more. Let's take a look here at the unit spread out. Stalkers are going back home. I think he's afraid of drops having moved around. No, okay. Interesting. He looked scared there for a second. Prism now on the map. There's no tech structure for Maxpax at all. I'd love to see a RoboBay being thrown down at this moment. I think it would be the correct call as well. How many sentries do we have? We have 1 sentry with a second one on the way. Immortal being chronoed out. 4th base before extra tech. Here comes the RoboBay. Okay, this is not going to be the 4th base quite yet. 60 workers to 48. Let's go! Big shot there on the stalkers. Zealots in this prism. Zealots are in the prism. I repeat, the Zealot is in the prism. This is 14 stalkers, or at least close to 14 stalkers. Still have some spread out around the map. Is he gonna take the 4th base? It's a massive SCV pool will commence. Please don't get a 4th here, bud. He's gonna need to move forward and play around these chokes. He needs to play around the chokes. He needs to win time. Can he do that? I think he can. Force field, force field. Ooh, jumps on top of it. I think that's a mistake. He should have just waited it out. That's another 15 seconds. That's another warp in that you have while your zealots in the main base are going bananas. They are going bananas. Look at the Stalkers moving forward here. Picking off 2, 3 more Marines. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but moves like this... Oh, no, no, no. Moves like that are usually the ones that help you win the game. However, now he lost his own 3 Zealots for free. He's gonna need to give up this base. He's going to need to give up this base. And he can. He can give up this base. There's only 30 workers remaining. If these workers get pulled back home... Even with long distance mining, you're going to be out-mining your opponent by quite a bit. Don't forget, there's about 10, 12 SCVs here in this army. It's a massive supply block right now for Maxpax. 118 supply, sorry, 127 supply out of 118. Immortal gets targeted down. Tanks in the back now get flanked from these 5 Zealots. And that was a huge move here. That's exactly what Maxpax needed. It's going to blink in forward as well. 56 army supply to 55. It is so darn close as these probes are dying. At the same time, another Zealot warping in the main base takes out a lot of SCVs. That means that 2 base versus 2 base for the first time ever is going to be Protoss favored because there's so many freaking workers. And I think Maxpax might actually be doing it. Look at this. Once again, just moving forward with only these Stalkers saying, hey, if I can clear just a Marauder here, just a Marine, just force out a Stim, that is all I care about. I don't want anything else. I just want to deal a little bit of damage. Prism comes back in as well in here. Just constantly loading, unloading, taking out these SCVs. He is so much quicker at this than Oliveira. Look at this. Oliveira's just getting outplayed. Let's face it. Let's face it. Prism picks up, runs away. Marines always out of position. Vikings are going to show up. This is going to be the final push. Is there a Guardian Shield available? There is. That means that I don't really see a way for Maxpax to lose this fight. With Guardian Shield, plus 2 armor on his unit, he's going to just win so freaking hard. He wants to wait. Oh, loses the Prism. That is very sloppy. Here comes the Sun. As the Guardian Shield sentry stays alive for way too long there. No target fire by the tank on that sentry. Instead trying to take out a Colossus. He's gonna succeed at killing the Colossus, but he will also die. Maxpax with the comeback after being down 1-0. Takes the series 2-1. Brilliant play. An absolute Protoss operator. One that... you don't see one like this very often, okay? Not this type of level. It is not common to see someone this good. He's a different type of dude. He's got that dog in him, as they say. Have you ever voice chatted with Max? Yeah, all the time. Max and I are pretty tight. Beautiful game. Okay, let's take a look at my face while I figure out what's kicking off over here. Beyond's been in a custom game for 2 minutes, probably playing against Dark, if I'm not mistaken. Cure is up against Solar. Maxpax versus CLEM on Europe. Okay, I'm moving to Europe ASAP. But Irene's not playing Starfield right now. What? She plays Zelda at the moment. You can't just make stuff up. What the hell is Starfield? Wait, is that what the Zelda is called? No, she doesn't play this. Get out of here. I've been playing Duke Nukem on Windows 98. Actual fact. Do you watch any sports that are non-esports, Captain? No. I sometimes watch quizzes. I like a good old trivia, some trivia quiz. I enjoy those. I like watching them on my TV. That's the only thing I watch on my TV, is a quiz. I don't think any regular sports, really. I used to watch a little bit of the Petanque World Championships. That's the game where you throw the balls close to the smaller ball. But not much else. I used to watch football. Do you coach noobs? No, I don't. What makes a StarCraft 2 game good or bad for you? Interactions. I want as many interactions as possible between the two players. The more interactions, the more fun. Because if there's more interactions, you can see the skill, you know? Everyone can macro. Well, that's not true. But it's not as interesting to watch. Just watching people build a base. I want interactions between the people. That's what makes the game fun. Mortal Kombat on Sega Genesis is the best video game ever. Sure. If that's what you think. That's an opinion. I've never heard of that particular game. I bet it's gonna look real ugly. These graphics probably won't stand up to a Red Dead Redemption. Were the 2v6 games not fun? No, I enjoyed them. Longshot, but do you remember some IOTIS episode where this guy's High Templar is auto-attacking the opponent's army that is move commanding past it for ages? No, I don't remember that. I've had so many IOTIS episodes. I can't remember them individually very much. There's some that I have like... I kind of recall. So I recall one on... It was this long icy map. It was one of the first ones I made. It was Swarm Host, like Nidus Swarm Host from 2base against Airtals. I forgot the name of the guy that played it. It was one of my regulars on stream, but I forgetting his name right now. I remember Loco's Green Pill episode as well. Yeah. Ever play Mechabellum? No, not yet. Does Harstem think in English? No, it wasn't No Pratt. How can I not get his name right now? Yeah, please do Apotheosis. Airtos SE2. IOTIS. No, it wasn't EMC2. EMC2. Skytos, SE2, IOTIS, Harstem. I don't know what it's called. Ah! Why can't I remember this guy's name? It doesn't matter. It was Zerk. It was a Zerk. How do you beat Skytos as Zerk? I don't know. He's building fasters. Corruptors and Vipers. That's what you do. Just visited the Netherlands. Nimzo! Yeah, it was Nimzo. Nimzo Boo. There we go. Oh my god. I just forgot his name altogether. How's that possible? Okay, we're in the lobby. Like, I'm not just showing you my face for banter, okay? Don't worry. Okay, I'm waiting for something as well. Seems Zerg benefits from our limited APM and scouting abilities. They can quickly adapt, but a perfect bot may not have that problem. Well, I've never seen a perfect bot yet, so... Look... So far, I've been thoroughly unimpressed with the bots. Do you have a favorite LoL pro or streamer? Yeah, I like Xpeke. Does he still play? He was always very nice to me. We were in Fnatic together. He's a very, very funny guy and super nice, like very kind. Like I did a photo shoot with him once, and we once were at the same event where I had to do some media stuff. Yeah, it was a super likable guy. I enjoyed spending time with him. Well, I didn't do it very much. I think I met him like three or four times. It was super likable. Could you tell me the maps they chose? Oh, I have no clue, dude. I'll tell you after this game, alright? What are odds on CLEM Max? I don't know what the odds are. Ladies and gentlemen. In the top right corner. The greatest player that has ever lived. Coming out of the small country of Denmark. Currently playing for Storm Gaming. Destroying noobs. Left. Right. But also in the center. And really just to the left of the center. Kind of in between the far left and the center. And the same thing on the right. So in between the far right and the center. He's also destroying noobs there. Just anywhere he can find them, he disposes of them at a very rapid pace. The man, the myth, the legend. Maxpax. Hey, calm down, guys. Calm down. Hey. Alright. And in the bottom left, we have CLEM. Now, some people tell me, Harstem, whenever I listen to you, you seem rather biased. But I'm just honest, okay? I'm transparent. I thought we wanted transparency. Is that what you're here for? Denmark is bigger than the tiny country of the Netherlands. Yeah, I don't care. The Netherlands is also a small country. Just because the Netherlands is small doesn't mean I don't get to call Denmark tiny. That's not how it works. Just because I look bad doesn't mean I can't call you ugly, you know? That ain't fair. Trust me. Insults for days. You might call me a hypocrite, but I don't care. Who has better pancakes? What do you mean? I know who has better pancakes. I don't think CLEM can cook pancakes. Is there even such a thing as French pancakes? You have the very thin ones, the disgusting ones. How is it that French people make everything work? Have a good concept, the pancake, and then make them small. Call them crêpes. Which funnily is exactly what I think of them if you know, pronounce it in English. Twilight Council coming up for Maxpax. Like, people crap on the Americans, but American pancakes are actually the best. Like them little thick ones you drown in butter and maple syrup. It's so freaking good. Like, I love them so much. Getting some of them fresh, like on a stack. I have no clue how Mr. Pancake managed to convince an entire nation that is an acceptable breakfast food, but I'm very thankful. Like, in general, American breakfast food is like absolutely insane. Like, that is allowed, like, just in any kitchen. Today for breakfast, 500 grams of butter on top of these. You have like them, what is that? What's them things called? You put in the microwave. Tweens or something like that? Tweezers? No, tweezers are the ones you use on something else. It's actually ridiculous. I remember eating one once when I was at Katz's house. In the root house. Are they called Twinkies? It's like so sweet. My teeth almost fell out. It's like, holy crap, what's in here? Like, you check the box. The thing is like 100 grams. It has 98 grams of sugar. The other 2 grams is like just cancer in its purest form. Yeah, it looks fine. Yep. Ate 5 of these every morning. Fall asleep 2 hours later. It's absolutely insane. Pop-Tarts, that's what they're called. Yeah, Pop-Tarts. Holy crap. How are these allowed? You know that the FDA isn't doing a good job just because Pop-Tarts are still being sold in shops. We have a... Ooh! We used to have a mine in this medevac that has now officially disappeared. So we have 8 stalkers across the map, 5 minutes and 10 seconds into the game here. It's gonna throw down a Nexus. Where's that Raven? that I know. Okay, moving across the map. No tech lab quite yet on this thing. Oh, there we go. Dude, Maxpax is owning already. I'm kind of afraid here as to what all this Raven is going to be doing, because that's making his way across the map right now, and I can tell you that that isn't really sparking joy for me at the moment. We have 4 more Stalkers being warped in. It's going to bring the total up to 13. Now 13 is 2 more than 11. Blink forward. Loses 1. Gonna lose a second. No, of course he doesn't. You know why? He's not an idiot. This is on the European server, baby. Here comes the Raven auto turrets. Take a look at the first person for Maxpax. How quick are his responses? They're not quick enough because he's busy winning the game. He has priorities, brothers. He has priority. Hop. As just a single worker is gonna go end up dying. So 4 Stalkers get warped in at home. Yeah, 2 workers fall. I think this is as good as it's gonna get, really, for Max. Raven is now empty. These Blink Stalkers going towards the natural. Take out a couple more workers here. Poof, 1 more SCV gets blasted as well on the side. How does Maximus Paximus do it, you may ask? I have no clue either, my friends. I don't understand this. Does it look broken? Hell yeah, it does. This guy looks busted. 3 gases. There we go. Poof. That's what I'm talking about. Robo Bay on the way soon again, as is always the case. This Raven is stuck in the corner. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. And he has a pretty set plan here. So it's going to be a 4 Zealot warp in on this bad boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them in the prism. And then go into the main base. Let's see how ready CLEM is for this. As he skims out with a bunch of Marines. He's gonna lose 2, he's gonna lose 3, he's gonna lose... Well, kill a Stalker. Doesn't count anymore. Tank busy on sieging. As Medivacs make their way across the map. Do you want to get another warp in here? I don't think you do. There's not enough sentries defensively. 7 minutes 44 seconds into the game. CLEM is arriving on the other side of the map. SCVs have joined the party as well. What? You have a bunch of workers now going down. A lot of Maxpax's units are also falling though. Super battery is active. Blink away, blink away. Ooh. Immortal. There we go. Maxpax. Another win. With that 4-gate blink. The other day I was talking with him. When I say the other day, I mean 3 weeks ago. And he told me, I feel like 4-gate blink doesn't work against CLEM anymore. That's what he said, okay? He told me 4-gate blink is dead Harstem. He calls me Kev. Or friend, sometimes he calls me as well. My Dutch friend is what he'll say. Brother is what he'll call me as well. With 2 T's, single H and an A. That's an insane game. He's very good at this game. I don't understand how he quite does it. Seems CLEM was really close to win. Yeah, he got owned. Well, what can I say? Maxpax is very good, okay? Why is it that whenever a Protoss wins, like a single series, people start going immediately bonkers about the Protoss? Terran has been winning every major tournament for the past 6 months. Like, how about... could you check the other 2 maps? Map 2 is Grassvan. I forgot to check, I'm sorry. I'll tell you after again. I'm gonna guess Max usually vetoes Royal Blood and Royal Blood. Royal Blood. Bad vetoes. Royal Blood and Babylon. So I think we might have Altitude as the final map. Right, bottom right, the Prince of Denmark. And the top left, Liquid CLEM. Polar bear spinning around his nexus. Phenomenal stuff. Whoa. Kevin, what is the most popular food in Holland or your favorite? I don't know. I bet the most popular food in the Netherlands is probably Italian food. I'd say that Italian food is better in Italy than here though, so there's not many recommendations that I'll make. Alright, what do we have over here? Core before Nexus, some nice blocking going on. Now, CLEM is a... You know what the problem is with CLEM? Nothing. There's no problem with CLEM. Look at his dance. Whoop! Get out of here, son. Tried to drill him with an SCV straight in the face. Wait, what? What is he doing? Why did he... What? Why would he do that? He's forgetting his warp gate as well for a bit. Solid 8-second delay there on warp gate. First depth popping out right now. Maxpax also told me once that if he doesn't take damage from the Reaper, he always wins the game. He was complaining about the Reaper quite a bit. That's the most broken unit that Terran has. Like these are the things that I just don't quite get. He's gonna get another unit here. So we have a Stalker out. He's in trouble. He's gonna lose 3 workers here, 100%. He's dead. Good start for CLEM. As CLEM forgot the micro Reaper there for a millisecond. Gets a couple of hits in the face. Yeah, 3 workers down. This is chaos, destruction, no mining in the natural. Oh, yo, CLEM! Oh, CLEM messes that up. Could have killed another worker at least. So at the same time, what are these SCVs doing? Okay, 4 workers killed total, right. Reaper got a kill earlier on the other side of the map as well. CLEM is in a great position here. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely buzzing. These adepts now could potentially be in some trouble. There's going to be 4 Marines, 1 car. I think 1 adept might fall. But at the same time, this car might be in trouble too. Oh, poof, that's 1. Yeah, 1 adept falls. Nothing dies on the side of CLEM. CLEM in a much better position now than he was last game. Very quick play out of the young French Terran as well. As Maxpax struggling here in this game so far. He's gonna get another gateway. I think he's gonna stick with 3 gates in this game. He doesn't have the eco to quite get that 4th gate, I think. Oh, he thinks different. He threw down another gate. Where are you? Hello? Oh, it's in the main. Ish in the main. Stalker from the side. Takes out that 1 Marine. That's nice. Once again, a 4-gate blink. This I wanna see. CLEM gets a scout. Well, it doesn't really get a scout off, but gets a semi-scout off. Double drop heading across the map. Very late tank. There's going to be a tank and a half by the time this is hitting. At the same time, it's going to hit quite a bit later. Oh! Look at that change of pace, huh? Look at that change of pace. Do you see that? No. He's a genius. He's an actual genius. He's gonna chill with that armory. Up, Hellion gets blasted. Still 5 stalkers just chilling at home. He's now moving across the map as an observer gets constructed. Let's take a look at the first person here for Maxpax. It's the only thing that matters. Will this mine drop get spotted in time? Will Maxpax move his probes away quickly enough? He's not paying attention. He is, I repeat, he's not paying attention. He's gonna lose quite some workers in the main. 3. How does he only lose 3 there? 1 mine flies into my main, I lose 7. Natural in some trouble too. Blinks on top of this bunker though. CLEM with a quick pull on the workers. Auto turret does get constructed. Yeah, you're gonna need an observer for that, buddy. It's like, wait a second. Where's that mine? Oh, he's struggling. He is absolutely struggling. He's gonna try to take it out. We have a retarget coming out of CLEM. 3 workers go down. This thing might just end up falling slightly before. Ooh, that was close. But it's good enough. I think so, at least. This thing's still alive. Maxpax does need to take care of that. It's like 6, 7, 8 seconds away from finishing. I think it's gonna just barely not get another kill in. Huge moves. Maxpax with the cleanup. Much worse situation than before, though. Has not managed to quite get the damage in like he has in the past games. He's only on 12 stalkers. CLEM stim is 75% done. There's a combat shield on the way as well. There's a tank in the natural that is set up in such a way that these bunkers can't properly be attacked. 2 tanks in the main as well. As the CC gets built behind those tanks. Look at this. Tanks everywhere. It's a little tank party. Seems like Protoss is balanced again after all. Yeah. Now I have people complaining about the armory mines being too strong. There's no winning with this crowd. There's no winning. 4 more gates are on the way. And Maxpax isn't down and out yet. He's just behind. The fact that his medevac managed to sneak out, it's not a very good sign, though. It's going to be hard to deal with. Especially given that there's no static defense here. No batteries at all. That could definitely be an issue. Salads on the other side as well. So far, Maxpax seemingly dealing more damage to the opponent. At the same time, Interference Matrix does connect. Super Battery gets activated. Colossus may be in some trouble. Well, definitely in some trouble as he's freaking dead. He's now floating over to heaven. This push is dealing more damage than an STD in student housing as CLEM takes game number 2. Ties up the series 1-1. Ay. Painful little game there for Max with yeah, just that mind drop just being a little bit too much, and it seems like most of these games are gonna end like this. When is your next big tournament coming up that you're looking forward to? I have the Atlanta regionals that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, Atlanta regionals. That's in 3 weeks or so. 3.5 weeks or so. Home Story Cup in December as well, and then Atlanta, the actual tournament. It's all really close after one another. Yeah, the Reaper just dealt so much damage as well. Are you going to win Katowice? I hope I qualify for Katowice. Let's just start with that. I'm very excited for Katowice nonetheless, though. I always thought that Protoss should learn how to play. Yeah, me too. God, Protoss players are all idiots. I hate these guys. You guys want to hear a hack, by the way? A live hack?
Game paused.
Can we re? He messed up his probe split. Can't believe he messed up his probe split and then asked for a regame. That's messed up. Oh, you guys missed that. I forgot to change the screen. Hate to see it. The map is Royal Blood, by the way. If I win Katowice, you'll get a Harstem tattoo. You know what makes me sad, Andres Ramirez? Is that even if I were to win Katowice, I know you won't. Like, you just said this in the chat, but you're not keeping your word. I know already. Even if I were to win, which is very unlikely, but if I were to win, I know you won't get a Harstem tattoo. People say this type of stuff all the time. It wasn't a bad split, by the way. His game was actually lagging. I was just joking. Don't worry. It wasn't a bad split. His game froze for 5 seconds, he said. He has it often on Royal Blood. It can be small. Okay. A small tattoo for such a big achievement, though? That seems pretty weird. It should be a face tattoo, at least. I think. But in your neck, like here. Under your chin. So you can hide it with a beard if you want to. I was gonna say, oh wait. I had something interesting I want to say, but I can't remember now. I had a pretty decent joke lined up as well. It started with a life hack. Yeah, we'll get to it later. I'm sure it will come back into my conscious. Monobrow tattoo? You just pretend like you have a monobrow. That seems like a terrible thing to do. That actually seems... I think that might actually be the worst tattoo. Does that exist? I'm gonna Google this. It's called a unibrow, not a monobrow. Or a mono? It's both the same. Look at this one. There it is. Imagine putting this on your forehead. Surely that's just done with like a pen, right? There's no way that's an actual tattoo. No way. That is real. I don't buy it. God, I'm so glad I googled that though. All right. Enough with the jokes. I love when they dance. I wonder who would be a better dancer, Pro or an SCV. I think in general Protosses would be better at dancing. Their bodies seem much more nimble than the human body. Is that the correct word? Like they could navigate their body whatever way they want, you know? You know how some people, they can do like the snake with their arms, or they can like do the, what do you call it? You wiggle like a caterpillar? I don't know what that move is called, like the dancing move. I think all Protosses can do that. They don't even have to practice, just generally. They have way cooler moves that they can do. They can move like the nose of the elephant or something like that, you know? Nimble or agile. I like the word agile. Send a zealot across the map. That didn't work. Zealots never work. I keep telling Protoss players to stop building zealots in the early game. They keep doing it. Absolutely brain dead. Look what the zealot achieved. 0 resources lost. And then the adept comes in, kills an SCV. Adept is the true winner of this show. Talk about shows. What do you guys think of the Truman Show? That was a banger of a movie. That was one of the first movies that I watched and thought to myself, that's big. I loved it. The synopsis of that is way too good. Truman Show. I should probably rewatch that movie at some point. Because this was the first movie that somewhat blew my brain. So now if I look back after having watched more movies, maybe it will be worse. It's always interesting how it works. Stargate. Oracle. Whoa, what? Oracle is the worst build in the world. No one is good with oracles. Some people pretend to have skill with oracles, but no one's really good with them. Oh, this car is dying, isn't it? Almost dead. You see Memento? Yeah, of course it's on Memento. That's okay. Oh, oh, oh! Probe dies. CLEM, 4 kills on this Reaper. Very normal behavior. 1 Zealot, 3 probes. Okay, this game is absolutely over. Like, Maxpax is just getting outplayed by the first 2 units. I can't believe he actually wasn't lying when he said that the Reaper is the best unit in the Terran Arsenal. Arsenal. In the Terran army. Oh, don't fly into the mine, please. Okay, thank the Lord. 2 kills, 3 kills. I mean, that's more than 0. Don't forget that. That is 3. I got insanely fast stim though. This is something that CLEM really does quite often. Lift it and piss off. He'll just rush out, stim, combat when playing against any type of Stargate opener. Like all other Terrans, they prefer getting more factory units, more starport units. CLEM looks at a situation like this, says to himself, 1 medevac, 1 cyclone, that's it. Now go. Let's fight. Let's go, buddy. Gets a lot of mines real quick as well, which is always good. And I think CLEM is aware of the fact that it's going to be Phoenix Charge. It's gonna go up to 5 gates. You know what happens when you add 3 more gates to the initial 5 already? You go up to 8. That's actually what he's doing, isn't it? Right up to 8 gates. 56 workers. No robotics facility. This is the issue. Okay, Charge Phoenix is legitimately the best thing ever until you realize that your tech is so far away. Oh, it's called Templar Archives. Ooh. That's kind of sexy. That is. Poof. Walk straight into that stasis ward. Templar Archives. Well, to finish up, might get a single Archon in here. Does he have a Zealot run by setup? He has 1 setup over here. There's Phoenixes down here. There's Pylons on the left side. What are we waiting for, CLEM? Probably another bunch of mines. Wait, where are the mines, actually? I saw 4 mines. I only see 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he has them burrowed at home. Interesting. Zealot run by comes in. Will be handled here by CLEM. There's no fort base yet. This is an issue. This is not a drill. This is just an issue. No robotics facility. Finally goes down. That is extremely late. $18 Zealots. 1 Archon. 3 Adepts. Fort base on the way. I never know who wins these fights. You know that? So, if I'm the Terran, I would lose this fight. And if I'm the Protoss, I would lose this fight. Now, what would happen if I were to fight against my own Terran? I think we'd both disconnect. Because there's so many mines. And then you know what CLEM does? This is a trick that only CLEM knows. He right-clicks your Phoenixes with just the Marines. Most Terrans, they right-click your Phoenixes with the Marauders as well. That doesn't work because the Marauder doesn't shoot up. This is a rookie move. Is he waiting for Ghost, or why are we still standing here? No, he's just standing on the outside. Standing on the outskirts, having a good time. Revelation gets used. Oracle dies. That's it for the detection. For now. 2 more gates on the way. Look at the supplies rise. This RoboBay is so late. That RoboBay is so late. There's no flank. This flank is late. This flank is late. This flank is maybe too late. Coming in from the side, pretty clutch. No armory yet. Means all mines get cleaned up. Very solid fight here out of Maxpax. I don't think CLEM expected to lose that. I didn't expect him to lose that either. Probably wanted to wait until Ghosts were out. But then got caught here in the middle of a ramp. Now it's Maxpax with on the driver's seat, really. Kicked CLEM out of the car. CLEM only recently haven't gotten his driver's license. Maxpax has been driving the royal carriage for years now. Boom! Out of here, CLEM, he says. 64 supply, 64 workers versus 55. Now, these mines are dealing a bit more damage than I ideally would see them deal, as the prism once again re-establishes itself in the main base, as it dropped a couple more zealots. Still 4 zealots over here on the third base are going to get pulled back. So Viking gets constructed. First Colossus is out, second Colossus on the way. Thermal lens has started, and I'd love to see, now this sounds stupid, but a 5th base, as well as Blink. I think these are the... Now, this doesn't feel like a 5th base game, but trust me, this is a 5th base game, okay? A 5th base establishes your dominance here as the Protoss player. Here we go, that's too many Marines, and thus the Colossus is going to be banging over here. No EMP used. GG gets caught, Maxpax going in there with the run by and forcing the GG out of Clement. As Maxpax takes him out. I think this is a best of 3, right? Or am I the crazy one? Yeah, it was the best of 3. Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. That was our first semi-final of the day. Second semi-final of the day is going to be Beyond versus Cure or Beyond versus Solar. Which is highly exciting. Mine shot you missed? Wait, what? What you guys on about? What did I miss, guys? There was a mine drag with the Phoenixes? How did I miss that? Was I just looking at other things? I'm still there. It's not really my job either to observe, of course. How's Maxpax so good? He plays a crap ton. He's super focused. He's a machine. Okay, I'll have a look at it. You guys better not... If I go into this replay, I miss my next queue into the next match because of this. And then it is underwhelming. Will I be upset? Yes. Where can you find the bracket? Try exclamation mark bracket in the chat. Do commands work in YouTube? No, they don't. I just want the guy to do exclamation mark bracket in the chat. Is that a crime? Okay, let's have a look. This better be as good as you guys say it is. If this is garbage, I'm gonna be real upset. Okay, here go the mines. Once more. Okay, look at this. Zoomed in. That's how we want it. Here's it. So it's what? 1, 2, 3. I see 4 mines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mines. What's the supply right now? 162. Look at them all go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember what the supply was. But it's minus a lot. It's like legit 15 or 20 Marines or so that went down. I wonder if that changed the outcome of the fight. I wonder if that did anything. I don't think so. Freaking Pro is just being broken again, ain't it right, guys? Woo! We go to Asia now. CLEM didn't lose to Max, CLEM lost to CLEM. Facted and goaded. Thank you, Ed Ruben, for the $2. I think we might be ready for the next game. Tim, 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 tim. Was it worth the rewind? Yeah, of course it was. What match are we waiting for right now? That's what I want to know. That's all that I want to know. Cure versus Solar still going. Wankers. We can just get out of the game. God, why are Twitch streams so bad? Okay, this guy's watching the bracket. See if this guy's casting anything. Also just watching the bracket. Freaking love when people are just watching the bracket. Crank, maybe? I feel like Crank definitely would do something here. No? It's also watching the bracket. This is garbage. I bet there's not a single caster in there. Is the government of Dutch more conservative or liberal? What do you mean? What do you mean conservative or liberal? We're... In the past few years, the liberals gave the PM in the past 12 years, but the liberals are right-wing. So it's different than in an American context. Do you like Total Annihilation type RTS games? I've never played that. I don't know what that is. Is it like the massive type of games? Oh. Yeah, we're just gonna be chilling a little bit over here. I think right wing in Europe is like Democrat in the US. I'm not sure. I think it's kind of hard to track American politics onto EU ones because we have, and also I think within Europe there's so many differences. No, at least in the Netherlands, because there's like, I think right now there's like 18 active parties in parliament. So, like it's because it's not a two-party system. So you're gonna have a bigger difference between the parties as well. Like you have more specific parties on certain things, but like a much smaller base. I think you can't really compare it with what in America, like one-on-one like that. Have you ever been to Swiss? You mean to Switzerland? I have not been to Switzerland yet, no. I think the UK also has practically two parties now. I know so little about the UK politics, honestly. You have the Labour Party and then the Tories. Right? How's it going? I'm alright. UK is a disaster. Do you mean just as a country or in politics? Because as a country, I would agree with you. On the politics, I'm not so sure if that's true. Like, if you think about the changes that the UK has gone, over in the past century and a half, like they're entering the 1900s. It's pretty much the absolute world power. And in the early 2000s. The thing that's most important for them is getting a blue passport. It's like, this is a country that has, has gone from the very top to the very bottom. And despite being active in so many parts of the world, the British kitchen is still one of the worst worldwide. It is really quite an impressive thing, if you ask me. It's ridiculous. Apotheosis. When you talk about countries, you should not use the name or how you refer to their citizens. So, Denmark is if you're going to a country, you can say, I'm going to Denmark. And the people in Denmark are Danish. But you can't say, I am going to Danish. That is an incorrect sentence, I think. At least it doesn't mean what you think it means. It's the same when you say, I'm going to Switzerland. That would be correct. And the people in Switzerland are Swiss. And the people in the Netherlands are Dutch, etc. But there's a difference between the naming of the population and the actual country name. You could say, I'm going to Danish people, but you can't say, I am going to Danish and then mean the country. When are you going to Switzerland? I don't think I'm going to Switzerland anytime soon. I'd love to go, though. It's real expensive, no? Going to Danish, you right in the face. Why does it sound so funny? Sounds like it's a very inappropriate action. I would not enjoy that. Why do some people call the Netherlands Holland? You want to see that? Here, wait. Oh. Let's see. Yes, this is nice. Come on, show me the full picture, you moron. Okay, I figured it out. F11. Full screen this bad boy. That didn't work out. Okay, we're still waiting. Don't worry, guys. I'm not doing this for fun either, okay? Well, I'm doing... Okay. So this is the Netherlands. Okay. You see that? Why can't I point with my... I should have put it in paint. God, I'm an idiot. I still have a chance to put it in paint, maybe. Should I make it? Yeah, this is garbage. Wait, let's try again. I'm gonna draw it out for you, okay? Why can't I copy this? God, I hate Wikipedia. Terrible website. There we go. Let me put you in paint, brother. Okay, look. I'm not sure why this thing is red up here. It's pissing me off as well. But, so you have this No, why can't I give me a brush, you idiot? So this province and this province, this is called North Holland. Why would I not just type it? My handwriting is awful. And this is called South Holland. Okay? So these two together are Holland. This is the main economic region in the Netherlands. So often when people would refer to the Netherlands, they would refer to Holland. I am going to Holland, which would be one of these two provinces. So it's technically correct. If you're going to Amsterdam, you're technically going to Holland because Amsterdam is... Actually, don't entirely know where it is. It's gonna be somewhere over here, maybe. I don't know. It's just our capital. I don't care. Let me check where it is. Further to the right. Okay, it's more like here. This here? Here, maybe. That seems correct. Is it IJmeer? Please tell me I didn't miss anything. No. Everyone calls it Holland. Yes, but the entire country is called the Netherlands. Netherlands. Well, I can't spell. I don't know why I do these things. So yeah, that is the difference between the Netherlands and Holland. So if you're talking about Holland, you're talking about the two provinces in particular. Where is Vlaardingen? I don't actually know either. I'm really bad with maps. I bet it's somewhere like here, I think. Maybe a bit further south. Like here. No. Somewhere here, maybe. That's where I grew up. I have legit no clue. It's also missing a river, I think. Because it doesn't show any rivers on here. It makes it much harder for me to realize where things are. So here would be the, was it the Maas? The Nieuwe Maas? Maybe a bit further down. I'm not quite sure how that works. The Lek, what the heck is that? Geography is fun. Yeah, I freaking hate it. I remember I had to learn this stuff back in the day. Oh, we have a game. We have a game. Oh my god, I almost missed it. Because I was busy drawing crap. Oh my god, they waited for me. Oh! Ba, 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 ba. Freaking idea. Do you know that the guy that composed They're Taking the Hobbits to Isengard passed away? It was made by Erwin Beekveld. Who sounds very Dutch. Yeah, he does seem to be Dutch. I could be wrong. Yeah, the guy passed away recently. Sad. Why are they called Dutch and not Nederlands? I'm sure there's an explanation for that as well, but I don't know it. The Dutch. It's because we're the Dietzen? Something like this. I literally don't know anything about our history. Maybe I should read a book sometime, but then again, reading is for losers. What's the score? I don't actually know what the score is here. Or is this the first game? Solar Beyond. No, this is the first game. High tier. Okay, cool. I think at least, or maybe it's the second game. None of us have any information here. I'll just ask. People hate it when people ask, but I just did it anyway. We need to know. 0-0. Alright, friends. Family and other creatures in my chat. In the bottom right, spawning as our Blue Terran player, playing for the greatest team in the world. Shopify Rebellion. Shopify, of course, a great website. Can help you set up your online shop if you need it. And it takes no more than 5 minutes. No more than 10 minutes if you have slight brain damage. And no more than 15 if you're a Terran player. And Solar plays for onside. So that's also exciting. Okay. Double barracks. Wait, just double Reaper? This for a low tier build order. I don't like this. That looks boring. It's gonna delay the third base quite a bit as the drone pissed off. Now gonna move back in. Factory on the way already. It's going to be a rush into a 2-1-1. So a different type of build. We've often seen these types of things go into triple CC. Is Terran the best? Sure. If you want to believe that, this is the beauty of StarCraft 2. You can believe whatever you want. Balanced discussions are not usually being ruled by logic or understanding the game. The only thing that's really important is that you can scream very loudly, and when someone else makes a good point, you just ignore it. If you want to believe that Terran is the best, I've now explained the tools required for you to, put that belief in action. Spread the word, my friend. Spread the word. Spread your wings and learn how to fly. Not quite sure what's happening here, but it seems to me like we're going into a Banshee follow-up. This is not a real build order. Beyond is just making it up as he goes. This is the type of stuff that Beyond does. Then kills 0 drones with this. Follows it up with a 2-base all-in and wins the game. And for the next 5 years, people will tell me that the 2-base Banshee build is very powerful. Despite it just being Beyond's micro, that's really powerful. His opponent going up to 95 drones because they believed they couldn't lose the game anymore. What are you doing, Mr. Reaper? Come on. Show me what you got, buddy. Okay, Cloak is about to finish up. It's just going to be a single Banshee, really. Did manage to kind of sneak around over here, so that's cool. Then we'll follow it up with double medevacs and a tank. Maybe a third CC at some point as well. Here comes the Banshee. It's going to get spotted here. The first spore now starts. It's in the wrong location. No, wait, what? There's spores already over here. There's no spore in the natural, though. Beyond! He smelled, he sniffed, and he stood around and realized there was no spore in the natural. As he ran in with his Banshee, ransacking these drones. That is StarCraft 2 as well, my friends. That is StarCraft 2. Gonna follow this up with a tank push, a third barracks, and most likely barracks 4 and 5 or a third CC at some point. I mean, he's gonna need to do something here right about now. It's the Funk Soul Brothers. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brothers. Combat Shield is finishing up. +1 is fairly close as well to finishing. There's no Banelings yet. There's no Baneling speed, even if Banelings would be there. There's no upgrades. Now, I'm not quick to call someone dead, but if you have 30 Marines versus 44 Lings, if +1 finishes here, and it will in 14 seconds from now, how in the ever-living crap is Solar planning on winning this fight? I don't understand. +1 so close to finishing up. Here we go. Here we don't go. Tank shooting from a distance. Does he want to take out these rocks? I almost feel like that would be worthwhile. Just denying that flank. I feel like Beyond is almost being too passive over here. So he adds in 2 more barracks. Takes out the first queen. Second queen. Almost going down. Will for now survive. Baneling speed is on the way. 1-1 has finished up right now for Solar. That makes these Lings a little bit more tanky. Also have a little bit more damage output. Good setup here defensively near that tank for Beyond. You know what would be sick? Just having 2 bunkers here. And a planetary. That would be sick. Now that I would love. Just having a planetary there. Just having a planetary there. That would be hilarious. We're gonna have a cheeky little tank pickup. Right about now. 116 supply to 135 as the carapace upgrade level 2 starts for Solar. Respreading some of that creep. 4th base is now on the way. I feel like Solar waited quite long with that. Is there still a Banshee out somewhere? No, it has died officially. May it rest in peace. There's so little tanks out. 2 have gone down already, so that would explain a thing or two. And this is indeed all in here. I said it before. Beyond is very keen on these 2-base all-ins. And he's very good with them as well, but I am personally not really feeling it. Personally, I'm not really feeling it. Right now, there's a drop in the main base that I missed. A drop that Solar luckily didn't miss. She's moving in position rapidly. And was in time. Overlord's not gonna get killed, as we see the pandas having a blast here near the fire. With their sticks. Oh, they're cats. They're cats that stand up on their hind legs. Some anime level garbage. Lots of marines in this army. 34 Banes. Bailing speed done. Carapace level 2 halfway done. If Carapace level 2 finishes up, that would be a huge deal. I think now is the time to clear those rocks. That's why he didn't do it earlier, because he believed it was going to be even more useful later on. These Banelings were not great. Throws down a Manor Mew. No, just kidding. It's to repair the tank. But it would have been great had it been a Manor Mew, wouldn't it? Here comes a flank from the back. As, well, supply's pretty close. This fight looks very good for Solar. And it still does look very good for Solar. Yes, yeah, the supplies looked close, but in reality that fight was fairly one-sided. Just a lot of supply at home here for Beyond. Double Liberator now coming in. It's gonna deny some mining on the forward base. And more than just a little bit of mining. Completely deny mining. What a gangster Beyond is. Double Lip setting up over here as well. Carapace level 2 has finished up. Unless Solar really wets the bed, I think he's just gonna be winning pretty hard. 35 Banes are done. There's still plenty of Queens as well. These Lips in the natural are having a blast. Now moving over to the Spore in the third. Also having a blast. His army is moving forward, just sniping individual Banes there. It's kind of funny. Oh. This Spore is now moving in position. There's not that much creep left, as these rocks are still down. Solar does need to set up a flank here. Can't just continue coming from one side this entire time. That would be a huge blunder here. Oh, I'm trying to lag a little bit. I hope that ain't me. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Pick up is tight. This is an okay start of the fight for Beyond, but here comes a flank in. Oh, yikes. Guess the Liberators are still alive. Here comes a counterattack. If this is not a full wall, Solar realizes and rushes in. That means that this natural has now officially been broken, and I think with this, we're gonna see the end of game number 1 in this first semi-final. Second semi-final, my bad. Yeah, second semi-final, yeah. $51 supply to 113. Yes, Beyond right now is absolutely dead. I'm not sure if he realizes that as well, but I definitely do. There's still 66 links around. Queen count is still at 9 as well, which means that these Liberators aren't like some special unit that isn't being countered. Like, the game is extremely over. Don't be fooled here. 14 drones have fallen, which is a decent amount. Don't forget, this is 2-2 upgrades for the 1-1. Beyond realizes, taps out, gives Solar the win. That's going to be it for game number 1. You'll love to see it. Can check maps 2 and 3. Map 2 is Dragon Scales. Map 3, I have no clue. What do you think was Björn's mindset staying in so long? He's a fighter, what can I say? He believes he has a chance, so he'll continue going. Yeah, 100%. This guy's mad. Pew. Here comes the sun. Da-da-da-da. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Are you streaming on Twitch? No, I'm not. I'm streaming here. In Harstem, why our hairstyle always looks like cauliflower? Yes. I don't know. Because I have no clue what you just said. But I agree, or I'm sorry for you. Or, alright, I hope it gets better. Yeah, that sounds mighty interesting. Hey Harstem, I just want to say that your videos reinvigorated my love for StarCraft 2. Stopped playing after HOTS and now started playing ranked again. Got to 2700 MMR, silver 3 after provisionals. Very nice. Keep going up, my friend, and soon you might hit 2800 or even 2900. Solar with the first win in game number 1 here. I never really liked percentage stuff. Because it makes the game inconsistent and you can be lucky or unlucky. I freaking hate that. I hated that in Warcraft 3. For the people who've never played Warcraft 3, in Warcraft 3 when I was active, so this is like in the early 2000s. Yeah, it's like 2008 or so. There was this hero called the Blade Master. The Blade Master had an ability called Critical Strike, in which it would do 3 times or 4 times its actual damage, and it had like 30% chance, I think, if you maxed it out, or maybe 35, I don't know. But every now and again you had one of these rolls where it would critical strike 4 times in a row and it would just kill your hero at once. It was so dumb. There's like loads of clips of YouTube of like a Blade Master being completely busted with that type of stuff. I hated that so much. And at the start of StarCraft 2, I really missed some things from Warcraft 3. But I never missed the massive luck factor that Warcraft 3 had. Like whether it was with item drops or like with that type of stuff, it was so frustrating. And the beauty of StarCraft 2 in my mind is how consistent it is, you know? You just know what you're getting. If you have 2 units squaring off, you're always going to get the exact same outcome. In Warcraft 3, I'm pretty sure you even had a range of damage you could deal with like a hero or a unit. So rather than just having like this guy has a damage of 21, I think it was like 21 to 28 or something. But I could be wrong about that, which I'm not a huge fan of. I love just the pure consistency of it. Freaking StarCraft. There is a random delay on attacks in StarCraft 2. That is actually true. Well, on some things there's some random delay, but I think we've been removing that a little bit. And it's a very, very small difference. Like one of the only things that was consistent in StarCraft 2, in Warcraft 3 were spells. They were very consistent. Like you knew that if you were gonna coil a hero, if it had more than 70 HP, like it would deal 70 damage or 140 or 210, I guess. If you had like, yeah, if you were coiling an enemy hero. Death coil. 50% miss chance against high ground in StarCraft 1, right? Yeah, I think it's stupid. I would rather than have a percentage of damage decreased overall. Although that also feels stupid. It just, at least it's consistent. So I'd prefer that. I really dislike this is just the randomness of things. It has no place, I think, in strategy games. I freaking... this item drops in Warcraft 3. And spawn positions. This is why I hate people that always want 4-player maps. Like, add a little bit of randomness in. Idiots. All of them. It's going to be surround here on these 5 Reapers, but Beyond manages to kind of walk to safety. I don't think you can actually jump down here, can you? No, you can't, Beyond. Beyond is doing a fabulous job as always. Man, I can't believe he survived there. That is crazy. That's really crazy. More drones in production as these Reapers are trying to move in position to deal more damage. We get a snipe perhaps on a 2 more. Not quite. Get a snipe on a Reaper instead. I just want Golden Ball back. The games were fun to watch. Yeah, I liked Golden Ball. Good map. Two Evo chambers right now going down in the natural here of Solar. Does not have a lair yet. He's gonna need to deal with this push. What does he have? He has 20 Marines and 8 Queens. Or 20 Marines is 20 Lings and 8 Queens. Imagine he had Queens and Marines. God, Zerg would be broken. Pretty big supply block here. There's not that many transfuses available. Beyond stimmed in. Then started kind of doubting himself there. As he is supply blocked. He's trying to add in more depots here. Baneling Nest on the way. 1-1 has started for both players. Beyond playing a Mine style here, while Solar most likely going to be playing Ling Bane into Hydra, into Ling Bane Hydra Viper. That is his, pretty much his default style. He'll throw down a Lurker then and never use it. That is Solar really in a nutshell. 101 supply against 111. So we have massive drops here in the forest. More Marines moving in, moving forward. These 4 Reapers might want to join in. There's no Banes out yet. 5 do get morphed in. 1 mine. There's 2 mines here. With combat shields, Marines are so much better against Queens all of a sudden. These mines now moving forward. Is it a good fight for Solar? I don't think it is. He didn't quite get the surround. Loses almost all of his links. I think this is game. This is game over. Just like that. What a crazy fight that was. WW as Beyond takes game number 2 in 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Kills him faster than he could have with a 2-base all-in. Sometimes playing 3 bases is the best all-in. Because it forces your opponent to drone up, right? Versus a 2-base all-in, Zerg probably wouldn't die because they would cut earlier. But against 3 bases, they can't cut drones because then they lose in the long game. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely brutal indeed. Poof! So go. That's what he said. My Korean reading skills are out of this world. That means well played. Or good game. Well done. How is Landlord Scam debacle? Are you done with that hassle? Yeah. I'm done with the hassle. I paid. I gave up. I lost. I lost to the landlord from 2 houses ago. What was the landlord scam? It's a long story. But it's over. I've been beaten. The landlord doesn't need kneecaps. No. Violence is never the answer. Well, at least not in this case. Alright. Overlord on the way. At home. What is Beyond gonna do? You know what I wouldn't mind? It is Grassland, the best Reaper map. Maybe a 3-Rex Reaper opener. Cheeky. Let's say 10, 12, 13, maybe 14 Reapers. Move them across the map. Kill your opponent's hatchery. Flame your opponent a little bit as well. Sweetwater. Do you think doing 2-Rex is only viable on the right side of the map because the add-ons are exposed on left? People do it on all maps, but yeah, it's definitely better in this particular spawn position because the add-ons, they pop up on the inside indeed. Very smart. You're one hell of a smart cookie, brother. And that's why we like you. Gonna just be playing 2-Rex for now. No high tier level shenanigans. A bit of RNG, yeah. I'm actually not a fan of it either. I'm not a fan of that at all. It's also that, so people don't think about this, but this map is a little bit better for Zerg. This spawn position is a little bit worse for Zerg because the larvae always spawn on the bottom side of the map, right? So that means that the drones need to walk further to the mineral patches. So sometimes in ZVZ, this actually becomes important when you're defending certain build orders. So certain build orders are much easier to defend on when you spawn in this position and your larvae spawn closer to the minerals. So yeah, Zerg actually has a real benefit spawning here. Why don't they just give you a rally point to deposit larvae? Good question. I'll bring it up. I wonder if we can get anything done. So fast there, no? With the Evo chamber. Gangster. Absolute gangster. It's gonna go up to what? Five Reapers. That's a lot of Reapers. It's the exact same build as last game. Triple CC, 5 Reaper. Tech Lab Reactor into factory. Look at him go, look at him go. Look at him go. The speed is about to finish up. Ooh. Ooh. We're actually kind of far away from speed still. That's a bunch of links now going down. This is not nice, is it, buddy? This is not nice. This does not spark joy, does it, Mr. Zerg? I bet it don't. This map is absolutely cracked for Reapers. Holy cow. You have 4 more links on the way, but I don't think 13 links is enough against this Reaper count. Look at this. These links are down. You can't fight that. Come on, don't even try here, Solar. Could jump into the main base. Of course, he's afraid of more links showing up there, though. So he's not going to do that. Perhaps he's just going to shoot this hatchery. No, it's just chilling. Look at this. Factory, starport, all of that good jazz. Coming in right now. The map site you get is random. You can't choose it in a lobby now. Yeah, Beyond's very good with the Reapers. Some even say he might be the best. I wouldn't go that far. No, I would. He is the best. Down. And up. Hoppa! Very normal behavior there by the Reaper. Just jumping over a couple of Zerglings. Needs to be careful though. Ho ho ho, Beyond. Ho ho ho! It's gonna hit all of them. Every grenade is a hit. This is unbelievable. Not only a single Reaper so far. Second one finally goes down. I'm not quite sure how any Reaper survived at the end of this, but it happened. What can you say? This guy's a genius. He can look into the future. Well, you guys live in the past. Reactor on the way on this factory. These Reapers now jumping up. And now jumping down. Bunch of gangsters. I kind of hope that this 2-on-1 push is definitely going to work. I hope it's going to work once more. People say old school 2-on-1 sucks. What makes the new Reaper opening into 2-on-1 so great compared to it? You're putting on way more pressure earlier. The problem with 2-on-1 is that there's just nothing going on the entire time, so Zerg can completely prepare for it. There's no unstable factors. Well, against the Reapers, there's many unstable factors. Like, there's much more interaction, which makes it harder for Zerg to deal with. Look at this. Look at this! Is he doing it again? He's doing it again! There's not enough links, is there? Okay, the micro is good. Lots of Marines staying alive. Ooh, for a second I thought he was gonna break through. I really believed it. Look how many links this guy is building. This is of 61 workers. Crazy. Baneling nest now on the way. Lair just now starting. There's going to be a timing here with like freaking 4 mines, 1-1 upgrades, combat shield, 4 medevacs. And I personally am not seeing a real solution here. As to how Solar is supposed to deal with that. Centrifugal hooks is so freaking far away right now. It hurt me. It hurts me. That was a good mine hit as well. That was like 10, 11 kills. Yeah. 11 kills on that mine. Medevac survives with 6 HP. 66 workers against 64. That is not a good look for the Zerg. We already have a fort base on the way. It's beyond right now. He's moving towards a victory. He is moving towards a victory. Ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls. I hope y'all's having a good time. Because I think this might be it for this series. Drop in the main base. No Baneling speed here yet. There are a couple of Banelings though in the mix. 1-1 is done. 1-1 isn't done yet for Solar. But these Marines are much better than the Lynx are going to be. Mine will drop in towards the natural. Look at that. Bian is playing fast. Bian is playing quick. With this speed, he is making Solar sick. Picking up, dropping, re-dropping, re-picking up. Transportation, logistics. He has it all. From left to the right, from north to south. This guy is everywhere. He's a machine. He's a beast. He's a monster. Abnormal behavior here. Abnormal behavior. Overlord's gonna get sniped perhaps? No. Oh. Control, control. Control is good. We have another big push coming in. Solar right now is fighting for scraps. He has no cash. He's poor. He has no upgrades. What can a man do in this situation? You know what he's dreaming of? He's dreaming of not a white Christmas, but a green Baneling hit. It's all over these Marines. That's what he needs. Nice unburrow there. Pickup is a little bit slow out of Beyond, but I don't even quite think it matters. This is all there is left for Solar as more mine shots are happening. You have a drop in towards the main base. Solar not in position. These units are about to get 2-2. I don't even think Beyond wants to wait for that. Beyond says, hey, I feel like you have no Banelings. Still picks off and leaves. Main base is active still. Gets a pickup. Gets an evac. Fourth base, done. Fifth base, on the way. 8 barracks, producing and pumping. Pumping out Marauders 3 at a time. Marines 5 at a time. Vehicle plating on the way. +2, finishing now. So right now there's a timing window in which Beyond is up 30 supply, has better upgrades, and wins the game. And that, my dear friends, is going to be it for Beyond versus Solar. Wow, what a show. What a game. What a video. And what a life we're living here. Ooh. That is just beautiful, isn't it? All right. I actually have to go. Sorry, I could only do till 5. So you're going to have to get the finals another time. If you can't watch Twitch, then I'm sorry for you. Otherwise, I would recommend my good friend Wardy, who's also casting this. Here you go. Twitch.tv/Wardy. Otherwise, I'll see if I can get the replays, actually. And then I'll upload it maybe tomorrow on my Harstem cast channel. So that is also a solution if you want to wait for it. No, I'm not kidding. I'm sorry. I gotta go, boys. Gotta go. I didn't know there was gonna be KungfuCup today. Otherwise, I would have pushed this a little bit further in the day. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Life and its responsibilities in it. All right. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see all of you. Oh, tonight at 6 p.m. Banging video on this channel. Perhaps if you're into trivia quiz shows, tonight's going to be a good night for you. Get some chips. Yeah, some dip with it as well. Get the guac ready. Or get some loaded nachos. Also very good. Put it on the big screen on the TV. Force your significant other to watch it, despite them not knowing anything about StarCraft. And every time I make a good joke, you boink them, and laugh with me, and then they laugh with you. That sounds like a healthy relationship to me. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.